I finally found it, y'all. I found the conversation that continues between Epstein and Bannon about the documentary, detailing what they want to talk about. Epstein floated this idea to Bannon on December 4th, 2018, which was the day that Epstein settled on the defamation lawsuit with the victims. And I have finally found the text thread where they pick up the conversation the next day. To make this easier, Epstein is in yellow and Bannon is in blue. Epstein initiates the conversation with, "What do you think about me hiring former judges, FBI, to do a thorough investigation so as to separate truth from fiction?" Let's go through. I think this is a redaction. Not sure folks care that they were S workers. Older, not 15, not 16. And that right there is why we always need to take what he says with a grain of salt, because he is in such denial about that part of all this. Bannon says, "Anyway, it's a smart idea. Where are we today on all this?" Epstein sends him this article and then says, "Considering op-ed by Ken Starr or Dershowitz, considering law review article, an independent inquiry into the fact that this penalty was for S work and harshest ever melted up. I've been asked, what can I give them on DJT? Thoughts are too little to do while the incoming is so heavy, but we'll hire PR and have to think with group on way forward." The incoming that he's referring to is the next day a judge would be ordering the first massive documents drop in relation to the Virginia Roberts and Ghislaine Maxwell lawsuit. The next time we would see a major unsealing of documents was the day he died. Bannon also asked about the communications team, making sure that Wolf vetted him. Epstein tells him this is the guy. He's a friend of Michael Wolff. So basically they were trying to stack the deck and make sure that they had people on their side. Then Epstein tells Bannon that the local prosecutor called and said your punishment was miles above anyone similarly situated. As the S prosecutor that actually interviewed the girls said, there were no real victims, only S workers. Thoughts, documentary, interview? As you said, this is part of a political wave, so few have relevant experience. Then they reference a recent scandal from this guy. How many of the girls would agree to be filmed? Would the institutes you founded, the work you've done, would they be on film? The institutes, scientists, definitely. The girls can be forced to testify on video. I'll explain face to face if they need encouragement. So interesting. Some Dems think I'm their silver bullet. Some Republicans with the same view prefer I not be a credible witness. Can't win. And Epstein was convinced that Dr. Melanie Walker was going to cure breast cancer because they talk about it a lot. Because then Bannon says, besides curing breast cancer, what about establishing the major center for human trafficking, teenage S workers, etc., etc.? Global problem needs to be solved. PR guys think maybe seen to be an attempt to buy my way out. Like Schrodinger's cat, I am both male deplorable and elite at the same time until someone opens the box. You can't buy your way out. Unbuyable can work your way out. Agree. Epstein then says, spoke with Chomsky, he's all in. What about Maxwell? Not sure, she has a boyfriend. So what? He's a tad jealous. Just a tad. Does Woody get a cameo? Not a cameo, main battery. The film is 3 interwoven stories. The events of global capital markets, geopolitics from the 1980s till today, the drive of scientists to work through a basic understanding of the working of man's immortality, the depravity of elite society and decline of the West, as told through the story of you. Literally just confirmed every single thing that I said that was going on with this film. It completely confirms all of my timelines and history. You guys can go ahead and pause and read the rest of this conversation because I'm running out of time here, but I'm gonna have to do a second part to explain the scientists that he's mentioning here and why it's so significant. Every day I am spending hours upon hours going through Epstein's list/web, figuring out these scientists, figuring out what they're studying, so that I can actively understand what their contributions to society were and to what Epstein were. As a visual learner, I wish it was all able to fit on one board with some red string, which is why I do my best to try and streamline all of this and connect it for you.